I have to say that sometimes there's nothing nicer than coming into my garden and looking at my banana. And it's lovely. This one. It's Musa Basjoo. The thing is, it's called a hardy banana. The top part is not hardy. The root system, however, is. But in the winter, it needs to be chopped down and covered. We'll get to that once it actually comes to the time. Right now, I want to propagate it. I want to take a pup. And I'll show you how to do that. The plant has been in the ground for 2 years. This used to be the mother plant. And the mother plant always dies. It either dies after it flowers, but here we never get the weather for it to flower. So here it dies after you cut it off, which is here, and then you cover it for the winter. And then it never comes back. However, all these pups here, this one there, they got all cut off there last year as well. These all regrow. And as you can see, there is a shitload of pups growing all over the place. I mean, you never really run out of them. And this one here, I'm going to take off today to make sure that I'm going to have more. Because you know what? Like I said, 2 years in the ground. So obviously, as you saw, there's loads and loads of pups coming up all over the place. You can leave them and have a massive grove of a massive banana palm. Or what you can do, what I want to do, is that I have them dotted all over the garden, because what I like repetition in my garden. Because I think it's nice when you have, like, so you've got a feature plant here, but you have it over somewhere else as well. And then sort of it creates harmony. Something I'm usually not very good at creating, but you know what, in the garden, I try my best. So, let's get chopping. The tools you need, or the tools I use, is a little shovel, perhaps a knife. I'm not sure exactly if I'm going to need that. And you know what, you can use this sort of thing because you have to scrape away the soil to have a look where the roots are, but I just use my hands. I'm a simple man. And I just realized I'm kneeling in nettles. Lovely. Anyway, so let's have a look if there are any roots. Just to give you an understanding, the pup is attached to this plant, and right now this one is feeding this one with everything it needs. So we're just going to have to separate it, kind of like cutting the cord when you give birth to a baby. I don't know what accent it was. Anyway, so let's have a look what root system, if any, we're dealing with. So get rid of the soil, you know, to have a look. I mean, there's roots here, but that's not from the pup. I mean, I know that the fingering I'm doing around the plant, some people find unnecessary. They just basically put the spade behind the pup and push it down and pop it out. But I like to see what I'm dealing with. And also, I'm a real pussy when it comes to like even injuring the plant. So I'm being careful for once. So now I had a look. Let's just whip the banana out, shall we? To get the banana out, all I'm doing, I'm actually not quite sure if I don't think I have to use my knife today. Just put the shovel just here at the base of it. See there? And then push down and you hear it popping. So I got it out, and this is a great one. Look, it has quite a few roots on its own already, which is fabulous. And also, if you take some of these off, you can see these little nodes there. Even if you wouldn't have these roots, these ones would create new ones. So yeah. And there's another one. There. So now I'm really happy with this. So now we're just gonna pot it up. And then we have another banana. I don't know why I've got this bizarre accent today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, so let's just pot it up. So for the compost, I'm using mixed compost, and I added some of my own compost to it. You know, the one I make. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And the original depth was here. This is where then, you know, the soil went down. So I'm going to put it in a little bit higher, or deeper, shall we say, because it's windy, to give it a little bit of stability. So around about there-ish. And then just gonna So obviously I'm going to keep on watering it until it really all sinks in, and that's it, you're done. Well, one thing I'm doing. So obviously, because it's quite hot and the plant is going to stay outside right now, obviously in the winter it's going to come in, the other ones are going to get cut off and I'm going to cover them, but this one is going to, you know, I'm going to put it into the house for the winter. Anyway, in the meantime, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut, I mean, these are not particularly large leaves, but still, obviously the plant evaporates a lot of water, so the more surface they have, the more water they evaporate. So you can call it like plant sweat. So what I'm going to do, I cut them down by half. They still have enough leaf now for the photosynthesis and all that sort of stuff, so it's not going to harm them. But what this is going to stop is that they're going to lose not as much moisture as they did beforehand with the larger leaves. Again, these weren't the biggest ones, but you know what? Every little helps. So, I keep on watering it now. We'll have a happy new banana. So all in all, how long did this take? What, like, I don't know, a few minutes for a new banana? And this is the way you really should be going forward. Propagate your plants. You know, you don't always have to spend a shitload of money for new stuff. You know, propagate them like I did with my cannas, I split my bamboos, I split my bananas, and whatever else there is to split. Yes. I would like to have a greenhouse too. That would be nice. But anyway, you know what? One of these days. So, this is it. Now you know how to propagate bananas, or how to, you know, make new ones. Go and cut the banana.